my goodness, it has been a past 2 days and I do not think that the parcels for this video could have come at a better time. If you saw on Twitter or Instagram, I was having a little whinge because my computer broke and I had to replace it and it was like a big thing. But on a more positive note, I just received some parcels. In the post, this I'd actually already received and I just had to open it to double check what it was, but I'd been waiting on the second half, which was my books from Gavin over at How to Train Your Gavin for our edition of another Booktuber Picks My Book haul. So this is a series I do on my channel where another booktuber and I set a budget and we each order each other a haul of books online within that budget and then open them surprised on our channels and see what the other person picked for us. It's something I particularly love to do with booktubers whose channels I just really appreciate, because if I really enjoy someone's channel, there's a good chance that I have a bunch of recommendations I want to give to them, and the idea of picking books for them makes me so excited. I'm also intrigued to see what they would pick for me. If it's somebody that like I chat to and that I know online, it's always just like so interesting to see what other recommendations they give, especially when you enjoy their content. And it means I get an opportunity to just like gush about them in a video that is like entirely for them. It's not just a like whole list of booktubers. It's just Gavin is awesome, the video. Because Gavin is awesome. If you haven't seen Gavin's channel before, Gavin reads a bunch of different stuff. You know, he loves a bit of fantasy, he loves a bit of romance, loves a bit of contemporary, but he is particularly like known for, if you know him, middle grade. He is such a champion of middle grade and it is the most endearing thing. He runs the most incredible readathon called the Believeathon, which is all about reading middle grade, and if you don't know what middle grade is, it's basically children's chapter books, the sort of 7 to 12-year-old age range that I still love to read now as an adult, and I trust Gavin wholeheartedly with middle grade recommendations. Like if I'm ever looking for a middle grade book, I know his channel is the one to go to. And Believeathon is so wonderful because it's a readathon that isn't just created for other booktubers or like other adults like ourselves who like to read online together. It's a readathon that also creates a space for children to participate, and it's so encouraging. It's all about like encouraging younger people to read and enjoy books. He also on occasion interviews middle grade authors over on his channel, so his channel is not only just like such a pleasure to watch, I think it's such a good resource for anyone that knows any children, that may be picking books for children, that just likes reading children's books even as an adult like I do, and that is something I really appreciate. Gavin is the most enthusiastic, entertaining, passionate booktuber you can watch. He brings like everything to the table in terms of his video content, and it's also just so heartwarming to see how much he cares about a genre, and I love that in the channels I watch. So as soon as I approached Gavin to do a book haul swap with me, I was so eager that he agreed, and he did, luckily. I am so excited because I loved picking books for him and I'm so excited to see what he thought of them. I know he's already filmed his haul and we're just planning on sort of uploading around the same time, so we were waiting for me to get my parcels and I want to see his reactions, but I'm also super excited to see what he has picked for me. I, like I said, completely trust his recommendations. I feel like in terms of middle grade I've enjoyed in the past, as well as other books, I certainly have overlap in taste with Gavin and have enjoyed some of the same things. So again, really trust his opinions and I'm just super excited to see what's inside here. If you can't tell, it's actually quite late in the day. I have my artificial lights on, but this parcel only just came and it gets about pitch black in Edinburgh around 4 PM and I couldn't wait till tomorrow. Like I had to film this now. I have had such a rubbish past couple of days that this, again, like I said before, has come at the perfect time. I feel like I've been rambling for ages and I'm not feeling my most articulate. Usually I film in the morning when my words are working better. But I think you get the gist. I will link Gavin's channel down in the description box down below. Like I said, go and check him out. He is absolutely fabulous. And now I'm going to find out what's in my parcels. I'm so excited. Okay, I've got it open. Oh no, he didn't. Do you see? Gavin! Oh my god, there's so many books in here. Oh my god, don't. You'll get me. I'm PMSing. I'm so emotional. Right, okay, I'm gonna take all of these out so that I can easily access them. Right, what do we have here? Okay. Oh, no my god. No my god, is that what? I think I made up a new saying. Okay, first off is Frostheart by Jamie Littler, and let me tell you, this book is on my wish list, and it has been on my wish list because of Gavin. Like, this is a book that I put on my wish list because of Gavin, and that I've been meaning to pick up for ages because I know how much he loves this book. Like, he champions this book. I think it's about like a little boy that goes on an adventure and he lives in a sort of like cold Arctic climate. Ash waits for his missing parents, that's it. He's going on an adventure with a Yeti to try and find his parents, and this just looks... Goodness, I've not actually held a physical copy in my hands before, and it is gorgeous. There's also illustrations and stuff. Well, that's so lovely though, because this is a book that I want to read, and I want to read it because of Gavin, and now Gavin's bought it for me. Like, oh, I shouldn't film videos in the evening. I have no articulate words to spare. Thank you so much, Gavin. This one was just like the perfect first one for me to pick up there because, like I said, I do want to read it anyway. Now I have... Ooh, what is this? The Ghost of Goswater by Lucy Strange. This looks like something like a little bit spooky and mysterious. It's published by Chicken House, who are an absolutely phenomenal publisher of children's literature. The back says, it looks like the shimmer of starlight on the lake, opal white. It is moving as if blown by the wind towards the brightly lit windows of Goswater Hall. It is a girl, the shape of a girl. Ghosts. Okay, so this is set in the Lake District in 1899. Love a little historical. The Earl is dead and cruel cousin Clarence has inherited everything. 12-year-old Lady Agatha Asquith is cast out of Goswater Hall to live in a tiny tumble-down cottage with a stranger who claims to be her father. Aggie is determined to discover her real identity, but she is not alone on her quest for truth. On the last day of the year, when the clock strikes midnight, a mysterious girl of light creeps through the crack in time. She will not rest until the dark, terrible secrets of the past have been revealed. This sounds so good. Oh my goodness. Obviously I know nothing about most of these books before I show them to you because it's a surprise book haul, but this is so exciting. I am so excited about this. This sounds so good. I love a little mystery. I love a middle grade mystery. One of the books I picked for Gavin, spoiler alert, was a middle grade mystery, and I love that whole subgenre, so this is so much fun. We then have a little hardback which... Oh my goodness! I know this book! This is Kiki's Delivery Service by Aiko Kadona, and this is the book that inspired the film Kiki's Delivery Service, which is a Studio Ghibli film directed by Miyazaki, and I love Kiki's Delivery Service. I mean, I love most of Miyazaki's films, but Kiki's Delivery Service is definitely up there as one of my favourites. It's so, so gorgeous. It's such a like frolicking little adventure. I love it. And I hadn't realised it was a book. Oh, I mean, I know a few Studio Ghibli films are based on books like Earthsea and Howl's Moving Castle, so it doesn't really come as that much of a surprise now that I think about it. But I really just hadn't come across this before. I hadn't realised it was a book. So this is so wonderful because, like I said, I love the film, so to now be introduced to the concept that there's a book, let alone have a copy of the book, is such a treat. Plus illustrations, which can never go wrong. Plus, in fact, it's just a beautiful edition. Like, wowzers, this is a Puffin classic, I guess. This is so, so gorgeous. This may now be one of the most beautiful books I own. If you've never seen Kiki's Delivery Service and you've not heard of the book before, then you may not know that Kiki is like a young witch in training, and it's all about her like flying around on her broomstick delivering things, basically. Like, that's like the crux of the story. Next up, we have The Midnight Guardians by Ross Montgomery. I love this cover. If you can't see close up enough, this is a tiger and it's been ridden by a young boy, a young girl who looks like she is from during World War II, a badger wearing a waistcoat, and a knight in a suit of armour, which, to be honest, I don't know what's happening here, but I love it. I love it already. I think it's set during World War II. I mean, I literally haven't read anything yet, but it looks like the Blitz here on the back of the book. When evacuee calls childhood imaginary friends come to life, he discovers a world where myths and legends are real, but they bring dire news, Cole's sister is in danger. Together with his guardians, a 6-foot tiger, a badger in a waistcoat and a miniature knight, Cole must race to Blitz-bombed London to save her. But there are darker forces at work, even than the Nazi bombings. Soon Cole is pursued by the terrifying Midwinter King, who's determined to bring an eternal darkness down over everything. That sounds so intriguing. Whenever I think of children's literature during World War II, I think of Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. But I know this is different, but like immediately my brain just keeps going, this reminds me of Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, purely based on nothing other than it being children's literature with a bit of magic set during World War II. This sounds so lovely. Plus, beautiful cover. children's literature just tends to have the most gorgeous illustrations. It's usually quite heavily illustrated, which very much falls into the kind of book design I enjoy, so this is gorgeous and I'm so excited. Like I said, I thoroughly trust Gavin's recommendations when it comes to middle grade. And as you can tell, he's gone for middle grade. Like, I'm not surprised, I was expecting middle grade and I'm so pleased because that's completely what I'm in the mood for. We then have a book which I have heard of because, funnily enough, I was actually gifting a copy of this book to a family friend's daughter, but I'm really pleased to now have my own copy that I can read. Thank you so much, Gavin. It is by Francesca Gibbons and it is called A Clock of Stars, the first in the Shadow Moth series, which is also illustrated by Chris Riddell. This one is stunning. Like, look at that inside, beautifully detailed illustrated map there. Oh, so beautiful. I love this now, but as a child, oh my goodness, my imagination would have been absolutely taken away. I just thought to myself, this really reminds me, this illustration style here with this little creature and the map of the Edge Chronicles. And for the first time in my life, I'm wondering if the Edge Chronicles were illustrated by Chris Riddell. But I believe this is about two sisters who are pulled into a magical world that they need to then escape, so this sounds so fantastic. So I'm 100% going to be devouring this one. And then last but not least, we have the book in the separate parcel, which came a little bit earlier, and I did open it, but I haven't like looked at it. I don't really know what's inside. So it's a book, obviously. Stating the obvious there. Oh, I think I've seen this on Gavin's channel. I'm like, this looks familiar, and yeah, that'll be why. Where the Mountain Meets the Moon by Grace Lynn. I'm 100% sure I have seen this on Gavin's channel this year. Correct me if I'm wrong in some videos. This is so beautiful. Like, this whole book is just beautifully bound. It's got coloured illustrations in it and it's just like very weighty and good quality. It feels beautiful. Yeah, look at these sort of coloured plates inside. Gorgeous. Let me read you the back because that's going to be more articulate than I can be. Young Minli lives in the Valley of Fruitless Mountains where she and her parents spend their days working hard in the fields. At night, Minli listens to her father's tale about the Old Man of the Moon, who knows the answers to everything. Minli sets out on a quest to find the Old Man of the Moon. He will know how she can bring a good fortune to her family. Along the way, she meets many magical friends, including a talking fish, a powerful king, and a dragon who can fly. I love dragons. Oh, this sounds so wonderful. Oh my goodness. I am overwhelmed. Right here, okay? Like, I am very, very overwhelmed, Gavin, but I am so excited. These books sound so wonderful. They feel so personal to Gavin's taste, but also so thoughtfully picked for me, and that is like an absolute dream. So thank you so much, Gavin. I hope you have enjoyed this rather inarticulate unboxing. I apologise. Like I said, it's been a hectic couple of days and it's late in the evening and I'm probably kind of ready for my bed, if I'm being perfectly honest, but now I have a bunch of books to take with me and I can read one of these this evening, which is super duper exciting. So please go and check out Gavin's channel. As has already probably been made clear, I am a big fan and I'm sure loads of you will enjoy his content as well. He will, like I said, also have uploaded a video where he shares the books that I picked for him, which I'm really hoping that he likes. And until next time, happy reading. I will see you all again soon. Bye everyone.